Hey guys, it's Madison, and I'm here to demonstrate how to use Storybird.com. Here I am on my dashboard. This shows me what I have going on with my account, like my badges that I've earned because I've been writing, or my crowns that I've earned, or the drafts that I'm currently working on. Now I'm registered as a student, but I don't have a class code. Now if you're in a class that is using this website and your teacher wants you to stay together, she'll give you a code to help keep you on track, and she'll give you certain assignments and stuff like that. So let's move on to subscriptions. Here you can subscribe to different authors, so you know if new things are coming out, or you want to keep up with them, kind of see what's new. Let's move to the bookshelf. Now, I don't have any books here yet, but this is where you can put your books that you've read, books that you want to read, or new books, or like recommendations and stuff like that. The Harden is what are books that you've read and that you've liked, that you may want to read again, or you can go back for reference. Now this is private, so no one else can see what you liked. So let's go back to your stuff. Here, as previously stated, it's what I'm working on. Now, the different types of works or stories that you can write are picture books, long form books, or poetry books. Now, long form books are like mini chapter books that the older students will use. So let's go to create. Here is where students can create their stories. They can choose from 3 options, as previously stated, the picture books, long form books, or poetry books. Now I think this website has a good range of options for the elementary students, because if I were to integrate this into my classroom, and I was a kindergarten or like a first grade teacher, I would use the picture books, because then we could do it as like a whole class, or so we could sit down in a group and figure out how we want to write our stories, or like pick a topic for the story, and then we can go in and pick our picture. Now, the one thing about this is that you have to pick a picture first before you start your story. So as you can see, each time I go on this page, there are a new set of pictures. Now you can go through and you can look at the different pictures. There's more options here. Now you can go up to the top and you can search for them, but they might not have it. So you can create a new story, or kind of work with what they have here. Now if I were to teach like a 2nd to 5th grade class, I would do a long form book, because that's easier or more challenging for them to do. So it could be like a year-long project, or like a quarter-long project. When you do like your English or your literature, you can have them write new things for each chapter that they're working on, or work on it independently, stuff like that. So as you can see, you can pick a picture. Now let's go to challenges. Challenges I thought was a pretty fun aspect of this website, because then you can really challenge yourself to different forms of writing and more other people. Here each month they come out with a new challenge, like February is Across the Universe. So you are to write a letter to someone you left behind because you're leaving Earth and you're traveling far out into space. Now if you win, you can get up to 10 crowns, and as you can see, you can get the details, or you can read new entries or other people's entries. And if you scroll down, you can see the past challenges that they've done, and you can even read their entries, which is pretty cool. So let's go back to the home page. Let's click the little bird, and let's scroll all the way down to the privacy policy. Here, the privacy policy shows you everything you need to know about the website. Now you can see this even if you're not like a member of their website. So you can look up everything you need to look up before you register, like commit or anything like that. So, but if you are not a member, you are not able to create your own stories or anything like that. But let's go down to to the children under 13. Here we go. Now the children under 13 section states that if a child is under 13 years of age, Storybird will comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA. So here they need a parent's permission before they do anything with the child or let the child do anything on their website, so it kind of shields them from anything that they should not be doing. Now, to go back to the homepage, I thought the ISTE standard that I thought would go well with this website would be the design section of the educators list. So it states the design, section 5, design 5A states, use technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. Now I thought this was interesting because it allows for the student to be creative in the classroom, but also learning how to learning what you are learning in class. So if the teacher gives an assignment, they're able to express how they feel or what they are thinking with this website, while also learning, what they're learning in class. So yeah, that is Storybird.com, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I look forward to experiencing this all with you. Bye.